in a family of elite combat athletes and top-tier performers. The final boss has always stood out, even when he was just a blue chipper. But there wouldn't be a final boss, there wouldn't even be a bloodline if it wasn't for The Rock's grandfather, the High Chief Peter Mavia. You can think of him as the first boss. Predecessor to the tribal chief.
He is one of, if not the foundation for our family. The Anawa'i Fatu Mavia wrestling dynasty. I don't think there's anybody more responsible for what's going on now than the High Chief himself.
Peter Mavia isn't simply one of the two principals behind the sacred blood bond. He's also an incredibly decorated professional wrestler who traveled the world and won titles everywhere he went. New Zealand, Japan, Europe, and here in the United States, where he enjoyed especially successful runs in Hawaii and California. Mavia would eventually find his way to WWE, engaging in legendary battles with the likes of superstar Billy Graham. His larger-than-life personality would win the WWE Universe over in short order, as it had throughout his entire career. In the ring, High Chief Peter Mavia was a potent blend of brawn and grappling technique, often muscling his opponents down to the mat through a variety of joint locks and then switching to more painful holds once grounded. His sleeper hold and stump puller were both feared and renowned, and make no mistake about it, Mavia knew there was always more than one path to the ultimate victory. Out of the ring, High Chief Peter Mavia also ran one of the most successful wrestling promotions on the planet, Polynesian Pro Wrestling, based out of Hawaii, showing his mastery of the business in every aspect. His induction into WWE's Hall of Fame class of 2008 was supremely deserved, forever enshrining Peter Mavia as the legend he always was. And now, we present to you the opportunity to walk in the boots of the legendary High Chief Peter Mavia, facing off against one of the most legendary WWE rivals, George the Animal Steele. You will settle this score once and forever and showcase the overwhelming strength of Peter Mavia, which has ever since remained as a hallmark for every single solitary member of this bloodline. Steele is no easy battle, though. He thrives in the chaos, one of pro wrestling's true madmen. He'll even try to eat part of the ring if he thinks it'll help him break you down. So do your best and honor High Chief Peter Mavia properly with a resounding victory.
Uh-oh, somebody called the local zoo.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is a steel cage match. Introducing first, from Detroit, Michigan, weighing in at 275 pounds, George the Animal Steele.
I'm not even sure the cage can contain this man.
And strolling down the aisle, the opponent of George Steele, Peter Mavia.
Always a chaotic matchup.
His opponent from the Isle of Samoa, weighing in at 275 pounds,
keep an eye on Mavia because Mavia is a true brawler. Few men can handle the chaos of the animal inside a steel cage, but I believe the High Chief is ready.
Mavia carrying such pride into the ring.
Very stark contrast to Steele. We'll see which prevails tonight.
Steel cage match underway. Peter Mavia versus George the Animal Steele. Most of the matches between Peter Mavia and George Steele have ended inconclusively, but this time we'll have a winner.
These are two very different men, Cole. The High Chief is a man of great pride and respect for the ring, while Steele is, well, he's an animal. I can't think of two opponents with more opposing styles.
You said it, Corey. Let's just hope this one gets taken care of in the ring tonight.
Oh, man, jarring headbutt.
Some folks call Peter Mavia the Flying Hawaiian, and the reasons are obvious for that moniker. But, guys, how has he earned the other nickname of the High Chief?
Well, Cole, Peter Mavia is very close to the Anawa'i family. In fact, Peter's considered a blood brother to the patriarch of that clan. When you add on the fact that Mavia was born and raised in Samoa, you can see the great pride he has for that land and its people in the tribal ink that covers his body. With the suplex. Big forearm.
What a counter by Peter Mavia. Peter Mavia very tough, but he also has movie star good looks. Quite the combo.
And it served him well, Michael. In fact, the High Chief has major acting and stunt work credits to his name. And who knows, maybe we'll see the Mavia name on Hollywood billboards again sometime. Well, before any of that happens, the High Chief needs to survive this war against the animal. From the heavens, big body splash from the top.
The High Chief just refusing to be intimidated.
The animal has no... brace for this impact! Like a guillotine.
Attempting high-risk move after high-risk move at a breakneck pace. Mavia overwhelming his opponent here.
Yeah, and Mavia has really figured the animal out here.
We've seen that Steele isn't above using a foreign object to gain the edge against Mavia. So he's got to have the advantage in a match where they're surrounded by one huge weapon, right?
Well, you'd think that, Cole, but think about how these men prepared for this match. The High Chief is a consummate professional who's game planned for this stipulation. And Steele, well, I think he just shows up to the arena and asks who he's fighting. The animal has to be elated to be in this steel cage against one of his biggest rivals, no less.
Yeah, Byron, we've seen the animal brandish a weapon against Peter Mavia before when it was against the rules. The High Chief better be prepared for Steele to get even crazier.
Oh, Mavia is prepared, all right. The man is extremely tough and agile. In fact, the High Chief's entire body can be considered a weapon.
Momentum is all with Mavia now.
And you can see Steele is struggling to weather the storm of the High Chief. Oh, my goodness, dribbling the opponent's head like a basketball. Escapes out of that attack. Lights out.
The High Chief Peter Mavia really making a name for himself at WWE, but he's had plenty of experience on the way up.
Plenty of championships on the West Coast, but he's made the biggest splash in Hawaii, where he earned multiple tag team titles. Oh yeah, Mavia is a huge celebrity on the islands. In fact, I've heard some consider him the personification of Maui.
He's giving this match all he's got right now.
A series of disabling maneuvers from Peter Mavia.
Then a knee right to the throat.
Just punched him right in the mouth. Relentless.
Right in the face.
My God. And Steele is one step quicker.
George Animal Steele is not a wrestler by any stretch of the imagination, guys. He's a true brawler.
And he might be the best brawler in WWE, Michael. There is no shortage of fight in the animal.
But you know who might be a better brawler, guys? The High Chief, Peter Mavia. When you consider that Mavia is also an excellent high flyer and a great technician, well, you can see why the High Chief is the favorite in this match, even with the steel cage stipulation.
And into the turnbuckle he goes.
Momentum is all with Mavia now.
Can Steele recover from this adversity?
Straight impact on the throat. George Animal Steele might be a bit of an underdog here. In fact, he lost the match by countout to the High Chief.
In Steele's defense, I'm not sure he knows how to count exactly, or how to read a rule book. So he's got to be happy to be in this cage.
Well, Mavia is called the High Chief in part because of his commanding presence in the ring. He's more than ready for what the animal will throw at him, even inside a cage. Really wrenching it.
And his constant attack has him floundering.
Mavia is reaching that other level.
Mavia just dominated the animal with that one.
Taking off up the wall, the cage now.
He's in a very bad spot, totally out of it. Take off.
On the top of a diving hammer strike. One step ahead there. Gentlemen, we touched on the differences between Mavia and Steele as competitors. One man based on order, the other on
Mavia with a plan in mind.
landing on the spine.
Mavia can taste it now.
Uh-oh. Headbutt. Peter Mavia now with the upper hand.
Can Steele recover from this adversity?
Headlock takeover. Slowing down the pace.
Oh, tremendous pressure on the head and neck. Oh, ouch.
Oh, he slips out of harm's. Nice takedown, stacked for the pin.
And a kick out right away.
How on earth could he not keep him down for even one at this point?
Oh, vicious headbutt. Oh! Hold on a second. He might be finding a submission hold here. A stump puller. He is struggling. There's the tap. There's the tap.
Here is your winner, High Chief Peter Mavia.
Anytime these two have faced off, it's been eye for an eye. But the steel cage has finally delivered a decisive victory for the High Chief, Peter Mavia.
George Steele is one tough animal, but the way Mavia faced him in the cage tonight just reinforced what everyone already knew, that the High Chief is one tough Samoan.